Good evening. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming to this emergency town hall meeting. My name is Keith Vanzetti, and I'm co-owner of the Vanzetti Traveling Circus and Swap Meet. And I just want to say how pleased we were all to see so many of you out to enjoy the circus on Saturday, especially after the the unfortunate incident Friday night. Now, about that, I just want you to know that that bear has never, and I mean almost never, ever attacked anyone that small before. I don't know if it was something this little boy, Tyler, was wearing, some sort of noise he might have made, the shininess of his wheelchair. We're just not sure. Sometimes the slightest little thing, and Chewy goes completely berserk, which is why we took him out of the petting zoo almost immediately. Now, naturally, a lot of people, especially Tyler's parents, want to know if this animal has had its shot. Funny story about that. We weren't really sure. So we called the veterinarian to examine Chewy, and it ends up he's not really a bear so much. He's more like, he's a wolverine. And the thing is, the way I obtained this alleged bear was actually a cash transaction. You see, I won Chewy in a poker game with the groundskeeper at the Knoxville City Zoo. Now, he swore up and down that this thing was a bear. And I was kind of skeptical at first, but he was like, "What, you never heard of the Mexican pygmy hissing bear?" And I didn't want to sound stupid, so I said yes. So that was my bad. I really should have made sure Chewy was a real bear, before we put him to that ballerina outfit and forced him to ride a tiny tricycle, because wolverines rarely do that in nature, and I have to admit they don't seem to care for it much. I won't go into details, but we lost one of our best employees, Pete Stawicki, on that project. Pete had been with us for 9 years, and he wasn't a perfect guy. I know he owed a lot of people money, and there was talk about him sexually harassing one of the camels, but no one deserves to die like that, not at the claws of a friend. And I think we all know that at that point Chewy was Pete's only real friend. Anywho, long story short, the vet called the sheriff, and he told us that because the animal was involved in a child mauling, plus the lesser crime of killing a circus employee, we'd have to put Chewy down. So that's why you heard all those gunshots around 3 o'clock in the morning. 7 shots in all. As it turns out, wolverines have a tremendous life force, and this particular one did not go gently into that good night. That reminds me of something else I should address. We've run into another piece of bad luck at the Vanzetti Family Circus and Swap Meet. We have a bit of an escape situation on our hands. Apparently last night, one of our clowns got loose and is currently at large. His name is Mr. Sniffles, a.k.a. Bombo, a.k.a. Ding Dong McSillypickle. He has lime green hair, a large blue nose, and size 26 shoes. You want to keep a sharp eye out for this guy because he's been described as emotionally unstable and most likely suicidal. And it seems Mr. Sniffles was distraught over the loss of Chewy, the wolverine, especially since he was the one who had to put in the last 4 bullets. Now, I know many of you will be tempted to arm yourselves, but I got to warn you, pulling a gun on Mr. Sniffles is a big mistake. Believe me, I know. It's more difficult than you might think to take down a clown with conventional weaponry. The brightly colored clothing and the distorted facial features, and the makeup and all, and the wild hair, it's all very distracting when you're trying to aim. That's how they protect themselves in the wild. Before you can get focused enough to put one in the chest or the head, they're right on top of you. And man, you do not want a wounded clown up in your grill. Your best bet is to carry a bottle of Tabasco sauce with you at all times. That way, if he corners you, you might be able to squirt some into his eyes. Remember, go for the eyes. Apparently, that's how they punished him back in the orphanage. Okay, I think I've taken up enough of your time. I want to thank you for your patience. Hey, be sure to come down to the circus this weekend. Bring the whole family. Come out and see the acrobats, the clowns, the stuffed Wolverine. It's just a special experience for the kids. You know, it's true. Children never forget the circus. I'm telling you, they never forget.